Hi everyone, I'm Kayla
and I'm Lauren,
and this is Stitching with My Littlie, Flosstube number 32. If you are new to our channel, this is a channel mainly about cross stitch. We hope you enjoy what you see, and if you are a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and spending some time with us. We appreciate all of you. So we've got a little bit to show you. It's been about 3 weeks since our regular Flosstube. We did a big stitch recap a couple of weeks ago, so we're not going to go into that because in that one we showed everything that we stitched there, what we bought and everything else. It was just a whole recap. So if you haven't seen that one yet and you want to go back and see it, that is the last one, Flosstube Extra, that we put out. So yeah, I've got quite a bit to show you. Lauren, not so much, have you? But you stitched more at the big stitch than I did, and we've already shown that. So.
And we also have Rip It and Fudge back.
Rip It and Fudge are back in the room because we had, well, Lynn was quite concerned that they hadn't made an appearance for a while, so they are back.
Yeah.
They've just been on the holidays.
Hollybobs.
But they're back. So, okay, we're going to get into it. It's quite warm here today. Muggy is the word. Humid, maybe. So it's quite warm in this room, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're going to get straight into it. We've got some new starts, whips, finish. Not really got much haul this time. We've got a little bit of haul. And we have the giveaway winner, which we will do right at the end. So, let's go. We don't have any fully finishes. What a shock. You are all shocked, aren't you? There's no fully finishes, unfortunately. Finishes, well, I have a start and a finish since the last time you saw, so I will show you that. So this one, I can't show you the cover photo of it because it was from the big stitch. It was a...
Well, you'll see it now anyway.
Yeah, it was a pattern that it's from Hello from Liz Matthews, and it was one that was put in the big stitch welcome pack that we did. So it is called Stitch Stash Smile, and I have done it in a variegated thread from Stitchy Ferret, which is called Nebula, and it is just worked on 14 count white Ada, and this is what it looks like. So I quite like the variegation in that. Again, if anybody knows me with variegated threads, I do not have a system that I work to. I just stitch and hope for the best. So I quite like how this one turned out. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fully finish that one yet. Maybe a pillow, maybe a flat bowl. Might even, if I can find a frame, I might frame it. I'm not sure yet. You guys will know when I know. So yeah, that one is Stitch Stash Smile, and it is a Hello from Liz Matthews pattern, which was a retreat exclusive.
I think someone at the retreat, at the big stitch, used the border, but I think they put big stitch 2024 in the middle.
Oh yeah, you saw somebody stitching, didn't you?
Yeah, she was on our table on Sunday, was it, or
Saturday night it was, yeah. So yeah, that is the only finishes we have, isn't it? And that is my only new start. How Lauren has got a couple of new starts, so over to you.
So I decided to do this for my nan for Christmas. It's a little gift. It's this little robin chart because she loves robins. Well, it'll be for my nan and my granddad, like a share. And I thought, started now and then I have loads of time to finish it. And this is what my start is. I feel like I got quite a bit done on the first
What have you got? What else have you got to do?
So it's not
It's just the branch. And have you finished the?
Yeah, I finished the bird, but I need to do the back stitch legs.
Oh well, that's not much, is it? And the branch
with the holly.
With the holly.
But I'm not doing this with the cold wool threads. I just chose my own, and I feel like it looks a lot like, because the ones that we see in Britain, I don't know if they have them in the UK, but they're very like chestnutty, aren't they? I feel like that was quite dark.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I'm stitching it on 14 count unknown, but it looks like tan, kind of. Real life.
There's a neutrally colour, isn't it?
But yeah, and then the eye. So what I did with the eye was put a cross in, back stitched around the eye, and then did like half a back stitch, kind of, in white, if that makes sense. To make it look like.
Oh yeah, you have. I see what you mean. So you've done the cross, and then you've gone around the cross.
Yeah. In 310.
Yeah, and then you've just done like a little
dot, because
to
that's
make it
what
look.
it showed on there.
Was it a dot, or was that meant to be a French knot?
No, it was a dot. See, black outline and white highline.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
But I just kind of freestyled.
So it's just got a little white dot.
And then I did the beak as well.
I always find, actually, because of a lot of the Arctic animal the frosted pumpkin ones, they go round.
The
So
eyes.
when it's the eyes or anything like that,
and the eyelash,
they go round it, and I actually quite like that because it makes them stand out more.
makes them thicker.
Yeah.
So that was my quite good progress on the start.
Yeah.
So that should be finished by next time. And I can actually show this, even though it's a gift, because my nan doesn't watch these.
She don't even know we do Flosstube, so
yeah,
as
that.
That is, most of our family don't know we do Flosstube, so
I don't really do cross stitch gifts for family, but I've done a few for her before and she likes them, so I thought I'm gonna just do that, something different. And then my next one I can't show, but I might be able to hold it far back.
Oh, it's the freebie pattern from. So it was from the big stitch.
I have drawn on it a bit. Can I hold it back?
It's from the big stitch from
Star Parade Design.
Yeah, Star Parade Design. So it's just the charts, but it's basically the one. It's got a big stitch in the middle, and then it's got like a wreath of flowers around the outside that Lauren chose. If you put it right back, a quick snippet, you get the sort of gist of it. But we didn't have any cover photos, and as far as I'm aware, that's just it's an exclusive big stitch one anyway.
But I wanted to get it done, start it pretty soon, because then, like, I don't know, it would just be reminding me.
Well, I think somebody said yesterday, who were we watching? Was it? I think it was Jess and Ryan from Cross Stitch and Smiles, I think it was, who said that she wanted to get all of the sort of big stitch ones charts done as a reminder of like the big stitch and stuff, not to leave them going. And I sort of agree with that, really. It's like if you left it wouldn't really have the same sort of meaning, maybe.
Yeah, and then you get all the memories from it.
Yeah.
So here's my start. And I actually quite like doing words, so I think they go quite quick for me. So big stitch 2024, and then that's the middle of the flower. And I'll show you what threads I'm using in a second. It's 14 count tea and coffee dye by me. So yeah. So the threads I'm using is Granny Annie by Classic Colourworks.
And she got that at the retreat, didn't you? From Rachel's shop.
Also, talking about cross stitching and smiles, Ryan got this, but Jess also got the hedgehog chart that I bought at the big stitch.
From the blue flower. We were sat there and Lauren was going, I got that, and I got that.
And then Ryan got the Snoopy bag that I bought, but in a smaller size. So we pretty much got the same thing.
And then, Jess had the bear bag, didn't she? That I bought from
last year.
Andrea Bowen in the last retreat, the Floss Friends retreat. But I bought the smaller size one. So we were like, I've got that. I've got that.
And then I'm just using this 744 DMC for like the pollen, the flower.
On the inside of the flower, yeah.
And then just this green for the stalk when it comes to it. So I'm using completely my own colours.
As per usual with you, you don't really... She don't really care about stuff like that. She's much more...
I'd rather choose from stash, to be honest.
Yeah, whereas I'd rather that they were called for most of the time, or it takes me ages to find something that's as close as, whereas she's just like, that's a green, I'll sort that out, that works for me.
Or like any opportunity I get that I can use variegated, I'm using it. Because like with the jam, Mouse's strawberry jam, I'm pretty much doing all of that in variegated.
Yeah.
And it's making a cool effect, so yeah, that was my new starts.
Okay. Right. Well, I have a fair few whips.
You do?
I have about 11.
I have 3.
Now, not all of them have a huge amount on them because we were away at the caravan and we were heavily involved in carnival preparation. So it was literally, some of the projects literally have a few, like maybe 100 stitches or so, but I still worked on them, so I'm still going to show them. So I have the 3 projects that I worked on. So for the last 3 weeks, the 3 projects I worked on a Tuesday, which is for my Terrifying Tuesday. So I'm going to show you those 3 first. So the first one that I worked on was Smell My Feet, which is a freebie chart from La-di-da. So if you go onto I think it might be a website, I'm not sure, it's been a while since I've been on there, you'll be able to get this one. So I worked on that. I'm actually not that far away really from being finished with it, but
I feel like we've both got like...
Yeah, I think it's a bit, the
hay fever, I think.
Yeah, the pollen count is very high in the UK or here at the moment, and I feel very
gunky
today. Yeah, so I really apologise if that is coming through a lot. I'll get croaky and a bit gunky, we like to call it, which is really attractive actually name for it.
I know, but it feels like that.
Yeah, it just feels like you're gunky. Anyway, back to stitching, which is what you're here for.
Yeah.
So that chart is, Smell My Feet, and it's by La-di-da. It is on, this one I stitched on a 14 count Ada, which is a peach, and I'm using the called for DMC threads, but in CXC. So I have pretty much, I've just got the leg, and the border. There is a border all the way around, but it is just a 1, so it's just like this, which I've already started all the way around it. And I think that's it. I've done the spider and stuff. So yeah, so this is not a difficult finish, but I just keep putting it back away. And so I've got so many other projects that I've started a wheel, like a spinning wheel thing now to do. So it will get finished at some point. But yeah, that is, I literally just have that leg and the border to do.
Halloween?
Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, I know how close it is now, so it could be one of those things that I just end up pulling out to do when I'm, because it is easy stitching, that is now, so it's just, when it always was really, but something if I'm tired or whatever late at night, just to pull out and get some stitches in. We will see, we'll see. So that is my first whip.
Do you want to go again?
Okay, well, I'll do all my Terrifying Tuesday ones then, and then you can... So the next one that I worked on, that one I put in 383 stitches on that one, so that was way before we went away, before we went to the big stitch, I worked on that one. So the next one that I worked on is 'Tis the Season to Be Spooky. I hope you're not getting much glare on that. which is from Lubadaviesatelier on Etsy. I have a load of her.
I like
patterns.
how they've done the black and the purple.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
That's what I'm using as well. I'm actually using the called for threads. Oh look, I've got some threads going on. This one I literally hardly worked on. As per usual with all of our whips, guys, you will have what it looked like before.
When you stitched on this, my friend was over at our caravan because she was renting a caravan.
Yes.
We'll speak about that in Life Update. And we were all sat in the garden and you were stitching on this, wasn't you?
Yes, I was. So I didn't stitch for very long, and also we'd started the carnival planning that day, so I only literally had a little time to do it. I've got a thread going on which is not attached but ready to continue, so excuse that. Also my needle minder says
is a swear word,
so I apologise if you can see it and don't like it, but okay, so
oh wow,
this is done on 14 count Ada, which is from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics, as she does not name her fabric, so it is an unnamed fabric, and I only got 167 stitches done on this, which I think is that A and the start of the E. I think it might have just been the E. It's been so long since but I did get some work in on it, and progress is progress, so we say in the stitching community. So there we go, that is that one. And then I have one more Terrifying Tuesday one, which is a Witchy Stitcher project, which I started working on, was it last year or the year before, when there was a hashtag, I think it's Stitchy for Witchy Sal.
Or the other way around.
Witchy, yeah. It's in the, I've still got it in the description box below if anyone is interested, and I think it's still going, I can't, but it was to basically support the Witchy Stitcher when she was going through treatment for her illness.
Are you going to get the cover photo out?
Yeah. Sorry, not really with it. So this is what it is. I bought 2 patterns at the time, but this is the one.
You bought one for me as well.
I actually bought another one which I haven't got, which is the book from Hocus Pocus.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, this one is called Strange and Unusual, which sums me up perfectly, so I had to get that. So it is being worked on 14 count Ada, again from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics, and I am just using DMC 310 at the CXC, so that's all it is.
The writing's like, it just reminds me of like old fashioned spooky, like, you know,
yeah,
in the Halloween films.
Yeah. I mean, my needle minder has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just
I know,
a pig.
It's a little piggy.
But that one I managed to put 333 stitches in, so I worked on this bit down here.
Wait, it's weird that you've got a pig when you've got loads of Halloween needle minders.
I know. I think I just I don't think I did at the time I started it though, so it was one of those I just chose a needle minder.
If it was a Halloween pig, then it would make more sense.
What, dressed up?
The witch's hat. Or pumpkin. Off topic again.
Completely. So they are the 3 projects that I've worked on since the last time you saw me for Terrifying Tuesday. Lauren, you can show one now.
Okay. So, I worked on Winter Pillow by Flossabilities, which I'm sure loads of people have already seen, because I have been working on it for a while. So, I did nearly another block. Not actually a full block, but nearly.
Okay. Oh, you're working on the ice skate this time, aren't you?
Yeah. At the caravan again, because we were watching Babe, which I love that film. It's like pigs and stuff. If you haven't watched it, you should watch it. So I did the half of the not the snowflake.
Ice skate.
Ice skate. I'm not too sure how many stitches that was, but I have got it on Pattern Keeper, but I don't really keep count of my stitches. So there we go. I've nearly finished that block, and then I'll do that one, and then I've got one more row
Definitely
left.
should have that finished to be able to
Yeah.
display for the winter.
So the one after the ice skate is the igloo, which makes sense with the penguin.
Yeah.
And then on the other side it's trees, gloves and candles. So I like it, and it's on a 14 count tea and coffee.
And what's the once again, Lorans variegated threads.
Yeah, I think it looks nice on that fabric though.
Yeah, no, it does. I like that variegated thread.
It's 4025 from DMC. But I just think that just reminds me of winter, that colour combo.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's one of my widths. Do you want to do another one?
Right, so this one is my what I'm working on for Winnie the Pooh Wednesday, which is a sal that is being hosted by Danielle, who is the Cardiff stitcher, and it is part of Winnie the Pooh Wednesday sal and WTP sal. So anybody who has got anything Winnie the Pooh that they want to stitch on, those are the hashtags to be able to stitch it. You don't have to, I mean, we're stitching on it on a Wednesday, but I mean, you can stitch on it whenever you like, I suppose. But I know that Rachel, Talking Dog Stitcher, is doing it. I've just seen Arlene's just started, so Arlene Wild in her Stitching in the Fens Flosstube. She has just started one, which is a seasons one, but I think she's doing each one individually. I also have one of our viewers, Ursula, sends me, she's not on Instagram, so she can't do the hashtag, so she sends me her updates via our email account. So I get to see what she's working on, how much progress she's worked on, which I really like that as well. So to say all of that, and this is the bag that I've just been talking about, which Jess has picked up from the Big Stitch, and this
she
is
also got a roll one, didn't she?
Yeah, she got a roll to match, but this was the smaller one that I picked up last. Was it last year? I didn't pick it up this year, did I?
No, it was last year, the first retreat we went to, I think.
I'm not sure now. I think it might have been this year. Anyway, that is completely irrelevant again, but this is the bag that I was talking about.
Well, you've got a bag from every retreat.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've just got one this time.
Me too, actually.
So this is the photocopy of the front cover of what I'm working on. So this is Pooh Sticks, which is a chart by Designer Stitches, but it is the designer is Debbie Minton. So I am using everything included in the kit on this one, the threads and the fabric. So this one, I've actually got a needle minder that matches this.
Did you explain last time that you had to report out, or was it this time?
I can't remember, because I've had 3 lots of stitching things but not much stitches, so this is where I'm up to. I have absolutely no idea the last time that you saw this, but I don't remember if I told you, but this is what Lauren was just talking about. I had a massive issue in Winnie the Pooh. Had to frog out a load of stitches and redo it. But I have redone it. He is done. He looks super cute. So I've done a lot of this blue over here as well. This bit here is worked in one thread, so there is a combination in here. Sorry, I'm not keeping it very still, am I? There's a combination in here of working it with 2 threads or 1 thread to get the effect. So like the Winnie the Pooh and the fence and stuff is all 2 threads, whereas the water and the grass and things is one thread, so you get a very different effect. But I actually like stitching with the one thread. It's quite nice. So yeah, all of that is being stitched using everything, including the count, and the Ada is a 14 count Ada. So that is what I have been working on. I've got loads of Winnie the Pooh charts. I was going to like do different ones, start different ones. I've actually got one kitted up. I bought some Winnie the Pooh gnomes as well. But I'm actually really enjoying this one and seeing how it's coming together. So I think I'm just going to stick with this one for now to get that one finished and then work on another one, I think. So that is what I worked on my Winnie the Pooh Wednesday, and then I'll show you what I worked on my festive Friday, and then Lauren can show another one.
I'm just getting mine ready because it takes ages to get out.
So for my festive Friday, I have been working on Kringles from Little House Needleworks, which is what I started to do my Christmas in July, or Jolly July, or whatever you like to call it. So I started this during that time, and I've just been working on that as my festive Friday as well. So that is the chart. Everybody knows this chart. The last time you saw it, I was waiting for the metallic thread to come through to be able to do the blended stitch in the clock face, which was I'll show you because it's come through now with our 1-3 stitch order. So this was an Avera Soir gold one, which actually is not bad to work with. It's metallic.
It looks awful. What number it is?
It really isn't, not in comparison to some other ones. I think it is. I should just tell you what the number is because it's not on there, I don't think. So it is an Avera Soir size 4, number 128. That one is. So that one I was waiting for. So I am stitching this on just a 14 count white Ada using the DMC colours that are charted. So there are some fancy flosses. I'm not using those fancy flosses, but I am stitching it in CXC threads. The only fancy one I'm using is that metallic one there. And I have got a fair amount done on this. I'm not gonna... So I've actually got the clock done now, and I've worked on starting the brickwork around it. So the first block, the middle block, I have got done completely. So that was mainly working on it really only on a Friday during July. And then I did work on it last week as well. So from now on, this one will be going in the rotation in my wheel, because I have a load of other Christmas charts that I need to get to as well. So that's why I've decided to use some spinny wheel things to get some progress on other charts as well. So yeah, that is my Terrifying Tuesday, Winnie the Pooh Wednesday, and my festive Friday whips that I have gone through now. So
I decided to work on my Hummingbird kit that my dad got me from the Works, I think it was.
Yeah, it was a little shop called the Works.
This is taking me longer than it actually should, because I have to work in hand with this because I don't have a hoop small enough, and I'm not an in-hand stitcher. It really hurts my thumbs.
It's really colourful, this piece though.
Yeah. So I did these little blocks around because...
Which is the wreath, isn't it?
Yeah, because I thought I'm not doing like colour and then change, because it's just going to be too much colour changes. So I'd rather just do complete one colour and then complete a next colour. But yeah, so it's only a small amount on it because I don't like doing it in hand. But let's Cute.
Well, that's everything included in the kit as well, isn't it? It's meant to be
Yeah.
a card, but you're not going to do it as a card, are you? So
No,
there's not going to be a huge amount of border left, but
I might just do it in a flat fold or something.
yeah, we've done them before where they're like that flat, and then I just sort of fray the edges and make it as a bit of a flat fold
And there's
piece.
there's only one piece of back stitch in it, and that's his legs, which I already did. People would have already seen that, but yeah. So there's my progress on the teeny tiny hummingbird. I like hummingbirds. I think they're nice and colourful, and they've got very long
A
beaks.
thing about birds at the moment in your whips.
Yeah. So there we go.
I've just got so many charts at the moment I want to get to, and it's just ridiculous how many charts I've got. But if I started them all, my plan for this year was to half of my whips. That's not happening, and I can see by the end of the year I'm actually going to end up having more. Okay, so from now on, yeah,
I'll show my last
so
one.
the rest of the ones that I have done are, I have spun my wheel on. One of them is the Arctic animal cell, which I'll show again. So first time I spun these are like my normal, so they're not Halloween projects and they're not Christmas projects, these are just my all-round projects. So I spun the wheel and it pulled out this one, which is my only full coverage piece, and it is African Sunset by Anchor. It's from part of the Maui collection. And this I'm having to work on paper pattern, which is yeah, interesting. I have tried to get it into like Markup XP or Pattern Keeper and stuff, but it's just not working. I haven't actually tried scanning them in, so I'll have to try that one. But it's doing all right. It's going slow, but it's going okay. I was going to say something.
Will you ever get this done in your lifetime? Maybe not.
Well, I do hope so. Although who knows? I was going to say something else then. I can't remember what I was going to say. I'm using everything included in the kit. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I realised why I was having. Well, it's not an issue, but it's taking me a bit longer, and I felt a bit like some of the thread, it was getting a bit thicker at times, and I've realised that it's an 18 count Ada.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't look like 14 count.
No, it's an 18 count Ada, and I'm not really used to working on 18 count, so the holes are a bit small for me, which I know is very silly for people who work on higher counts, I get that. But when you're used to working on 14 most of the time, it is a bit of a bit more of a challenge for me, but I am getting there. I'm doing a bit at a time. So this time I have worked on a lot of the darker bits around the giraffe's leg, and then I decided, because a lot of this is like confetti heavy in the giraffe, and I was getting a bit of doing that, so I've moved down here to the top of the elephant, which is, the elephants are a lot of like one coloured blocks. They're not like the giraffe, which I understand, because a giraffe you've got a lot of texture and stuff in the colour of the legs and things. So I thought I'm going on from doing, like the next time I go back in, I'll do a little bit of confetti, and then I'll go back to doing some of the elephant and stuff, so it comes. But this is going to take me forever and ever. But I do like working on it. I am getting into it now.
I think the sunset is half crosses, you know.
Yeah, there is half crosses, which is actually not too bad. But yeah, I do enjoy it, but it is going to take me forever. Especially, like I said, I'm working on 18 count, which is not my jam. But I suppose if it was on 14 count, that's the problem with me doing 14 count. Everything is just massive. Like the flag that I'm doing, the Vivsters flag, Quaker flag. I mean, that's like a flaming bed sheet. So yeah, that's worked on everything, included the kit, and they're anchor threads. Obviously it's an anchor kit, so they're anchor threads that come with that one. So that is that one was pulled out first. I'm getting a bit of a muddly ago.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
I've got 11 kits going on here. I've got stuff everywhere. Right, the next one that it span was my Gnome of Oz. So this is a chart from Sodastitch, and it is the Gnome of Oz. We've seen this one before. This one is part of a hashtag that we have going on a stitch along, which is called Gnomes Everywhere, Sal. So anything, it doesn't have to be Sodastitch, it can be any gnomes at all. Or gonks, whichever one you want to do. So this one is a 14 count Ada, which is from Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics, and I am using the called for DMC colours in CXC threads. So needle. So this one time, that's what it looks like, and that is actually showing the colour of the fabric pretty true. It's mottled effect. And this time I have worked on the Tin Man. So I actually got quite a lot done on him, and I've put in 371 stitches on him. So I finished off his hat, and I've worked down here. So all I've got left of him to do is his shoes, and then the rest of the brickwork coming up here. And then I think what I'm going to do next is Scarecrow, which is here, and then Dorothy and Toto at that side. So they're going to be the last ones. But I really love this one. When you hold it back like this as well, it looks really cool. So yeah, loving that one. Have so many gnomes. I mean, I buy all the things but can't start them.
I need to do my gnome. Come getting behind.
Which gnome have you got now?
The Leaves Collector. I'm not getting behind. I'm just.
No, you've not. I was going to say I've forgotten which one you had actually, but we bought we bought more, didn't we? Because we bought.
I've got one in my stash as well. That's like an L.
Yeah, and I've got one that's a honeybee one, which should have really been started in the summer, but I can't start everything. That's just ridiculous. Well, I can, but okay.
The next one.
I was on the next. Then
I'm doing the next one now.
Okay, go on then.
Oh, you've got another gnome.
Yeah.
I'll do mine anyway. Wow,
I'm only doing what the wheel's telling me to do. It's quite random this time, to be honest. But...
So I decided to work on Mouse's Strawberry Jam, which I haven't got the cover photo out. So I've got it on my phone. Hope you can see that. But I'm kind of like got back in now with this because I had like...
You've worked loads. You did work loads on that at the caravan, didn't you?
No, that was at the retreat. I did all of that. I
Oh,
only
was
did that
it?
at the caravan.
Oh.
I did loads at the retreat because that was my goal, to be fair, at the retreat, to get as much like vine I can do as possible. So I pretty much finished the vine now. Here it is. So I worked on this since last time. It's nearly done, the vine. I think I've got a flower or strawberry. I can't remember. Flower, I think it is. There, maybe. I don't know. And then the cake's here. And then the mouse is up here. So, yeah, it is a flower because I just looked at yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this was the variegation I was talking about earlier that I did most. This is pretty much all variegated apart from the white and the yellow.
Yeah, you've done all the strawberries now, apart from the one that's the mouse is holding.
Yeah.
So we're just both looking at mine is fully finished up there, so that's why we're looking up there. I mean, she's got it on a phone.
I know. And this is done on a 14 count Rustico. I think my favourite variegation bit in this is this strawberry because it just reminds me of like ombre. Because what I did was I did the outline of the strawberry, then I filled it in, but in a different strand of the thread. So that's why it looks like that. there we go.
Which is what I said before. Neither of us have a strategy of using variegated thread, so it could come out okay, or it might not. I have had before when I was doing my House of Christmas. Do you remember I did the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
So I was using DMC 115 in my big House of Christmas, and I did the Christmas tree in it, and I absolutely hated the variegation in it. It was like blocky, and it just didn't look nice. So I literally ripped the whole of the Christmas tree out and did it again. But that's how we roll. We either like it or we don't like it.
Yeah. And then Maggie got me that project bag, which has been one of our first viewers, hasn't she? Since the start. So they're all my whips.
Okay.
Off you go.
Okay, so the next one that was spun for me was another gnome, and it's another one by Sodastitch. So it is Birth Flower of April, which I started in April for my birthday. This one as well is obviously part of my Gnomes Everywhere Sal. It is being stitched on 14 count tea coffee dyed Ada by me, and it is using all the called for threads. And this one I put in 193 stitches on this one, so which I put in on the hat, so the blue of the hat, and then the hands and the nose in that sort of nude peachy sort of colour. So again, I didn't get an awful lot done on this, but it's still 193 stitches that weren't in it before. So, and the needle minder is one we got at the last retreat we went on, the last Floss Friends one, which is from Stitch Mania Start.
What happened there?
No idea. So yeah, that is that one. I'm still going. I've got two more whips. So the next one was spun for me.
That was a lot of stitches. Jeez.
Yeah, I worked on it on Saturday, didn't I, to get up to date with it. That's why I didn't work on Saturday night on anything. So the next one I worked on is the Wizard of Oz tree by Tiny Modernist. I love these trees. I have a Alice in Wonderland one, which was given to us from Maggie, that I really want to start. Oh.
And we also have other tiers.
Yeah, I've got the Edgar Allan Poe one. They've also got a Nutcracker one, which I didn't get originally because I had Nutcracker whips going on, but I've must get all the things. So this one is being stitched
not get all the things.
on 14 count Rustico Ada.
See, that Rustico looks very different.
Yeah, this is a fabric flare one though.
I'm not sure what's going on with mine.
By the designer. So designers are different. This is fabric flare. So this is 14 count Rustico from Fabric Flare, and it is using the called for DMC threads, and this is where I am to.
It's getting a bit hot.
I did tell you one. So this one I put in quite a few stitches as well. I put in 457 stitches on this one. So I did all of these, so the flower and the leaf and the oh my gosh, what do they call that? Timer. It's called something else actually, the name of it. Timer, you know, the one where you turn upside down, you know what I mean. The leaf, I did this bit here and this here. So I'm really, really loving this one now. So I am going across here next, and then it will be up. So I am going to the monkey next.
Flying monkey.
Yeah, and then it goes up to the hot air balloon. And then at the bottom it's all the Scarecrow and Dorothy and the Good Witch, and then right at the bottom is the Emerald City.
And the rainbow. And their feet.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that one. Really enjoy working on that one. I haven't put any of the back stitch into it yet. There's not a huge amount, but I will do that probably at the end because there isn't a lot of it in there. So yeah, that is my Wizard of Oz tree, and I have one more to show you, and you can all breathe a sigh of relief then. So the last one, which I am going to show you, they have just bought out the next part of it. So I'm up to date now. I wasn't until Saturday, because they bought out the next part, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't finished this part. Sorry, I'm trying to find.
It's been really slow today.
I'm trying to find the thing. So yeah, I actually spent the whole of Saturday, and I've got hair that's attacking my arm. I spent the whole of Saturday catching up with it. So this is what it looks like now. So this is the Arctic Animal Sal by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Got a glare on it. So the puffin is what has just come out, and they are super cute. So I haven't done that bit yet, but I am now up to date with it. So this one I put in 799 stitches on Saturday to get up to date with this. It is being stitched on a coffee craft fabric from Megan. It's a puffin. Start of the puffin. And it is using the DMC colours provided, but in CXC threads. And here I am. So I've worked on the reindeer. So it's actually charted as a caribou.
Yeah,
caribou.
so I was looking at that thinking,
yeah.
What's she done?
But that's not what we call them here in the UK. We call them reindeer. So it was then charted. Somebody said about it on the Facebook group, I think, that they'd recharted it. So when I went to download the part 4, on there was the reindeer. They'd recharted this to say reindeer. So this is a little bit longer, which means that it runs closer to the puffin part, which is why I've started the puffin, so that when I go back onto the chart that says the original saying on it, I know that I'm not wrong and make a mistake. It is actually just that this part here is longer to fit reindeer in. So we go. So yeah, I decided I was going to leave it as it is, but I actually decided I was going to change it to reindeer. So that is where it's got the cutest
it won't
smile.
affect anything else, will it?
No. So yeah, it's got the cutest smile.
He looks like he's got a collar on.
I think he's eating grass. That's his.
Yeah,
his
that's his
smile.
mouth. But like here, it just looks like he's got a collar.
So yeah, I am up to date. However, I suppose I'm not up to date now, but I am, because I've got another. The next one doesn't come out until September, so.
I'm desperate for them to bring out penguins and polar bear in this. If they don't, I'm not going to.
But I do love this. I really do love it. I love the Frosted Pumpkin Stitch Along. And when it was Arctic Animals, I knew. And it's not actually that big, really. I mean, that is the size. This is a 14 count fabric, so you can see it's not going to be huge. But there is quite a lot of stitching in each section, I suppose. But yes, and it has got, so this is the other thing I'm going to show you. So it's part of the haul, but I'm not going to show it to you in there because it's already thingy. So this is the other thing that I got from 123 Stitch, which is the Petite Treasure braid. And it is a sparkly, but it is also a glow in the dark. So this is PB 300. Now this is going to be interesting to see whether this actually glows in the dark for me, or does what DMC does and does not. Is it glowing already? Oh, it is glowing already.
It's glowing.
That might be my new thing then, if I actually get on better with this.
And that's not even, that was just my hand covering it. It wasn't actually darkness,
So yeah, I'm actually gonna enjoy seeing where that's coming in, because it's not come in yet. I was just going to use white, but I thought, well, I was ordering from 123 Stitch, the other one. This one was in stock, because in the UK I could either get one or the other, or this one wasn't. I don't know, it was all just a nightmare.
Maybe that will be ice or an iceberg or something, or a polar bear. Maybe it'll be polar bear.
I do not know. And this is being housed in my bag that Sophie from Turtle Bay Stitches made for me when I said I was starting the Arctic Animal Sal. So she made that one, and then she made a smaller one which has got all my threads in. So that is all of our whips. Well, and that was a lot. A lot. So we're going to move on to haul now, which I originally thought we'd not got a lot, and we don't have a lot actually, but since 3 weeks ago when we did our last regular Flosstube, I think the day after or the day we finished film, which is the same that we have all the time, the postman came and my post from 123 Stitch arrived. So I've got a little bit from there. I have
Can I show this first though?
Yeah, I have a couple of kits that I got from Marketplace, Winnie the Pooh ones, and then this morning through the post came my next lot of Peter Rabbit things. So I'll show you that. Lauren's going to show you something that she's...
Well, I got this like a month or two ago, I think. It was ages ago, but I
then I had Bristol, wasn't it? And Accessorise, we went in and they had a sale on in the shop called Accessorise, isn't there? So
yeah, and I forgot to show it, but let me rip it. And it is supposed to be a pencil case, but us stitchers, you think of something and then you're like, yeah, project bag, or put your threads in there. So I'll probably use it as a project bag, but it matches rip it.
You get so many, you can find so many rip it things, but fudge is like
impossible.
You struggle with.
Yeah.
It's like needle minders, isn't it? You're looking for it. She's looking for a fudge needle minder because you got a rip it one.
Yeah,
from,
I cannot find
the
a
retreat.
one.
So you're looking for that, which is why she's so chuffed with the bag that Maggie gave her, because it's got both. You've got fudge and rip it on there. So,
but it's pretty decent size. I mean, obviously you
it'll be all right for your Mill Hill kit. That will.
Yeah, but I've already put something in there. No, I've already got that in the little pocket thing that.
Well, if you like it, you might find a frog.
Maybe.
Or a...
Yeah, I've got my Mill Hill and the thing that Hazel made us.
Oh yeah, I know.
It fits in there perfectly. Yeah, I just thought I'd show that because it's Rip It themed and people might like it.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to show what we got from 123 Stitch first of all. So I got those 2 threads, and obviously when you're ordering from 123 Stitch and
can't travel alone.
well, no, it can't, especially as the shipping cost from 123 Stitch to here is really good. So it can't travel alone. So I had to scroll through and find some things. So the first thing that I've got, which is a Mill Hill kit, which is a snowman one, and I have done one of these, which was my first one that I did, which was the cooking snowman, and I want to do the rest of them because I actually really like them hanging on my little, I've got like a little tree in the hallway which stays up all year round to change out my themes and stuff, but they actually hang really nice on there, so I really want to get the rest of this collection so that they can stay up throughout winter as well, so they're like when my Christmas stuff comes down, these stay up on there for a bit longer. So there is actually another 5, so I've got 2, so there's another 4 in the collection. I think there's a wishing snowman, a trimming snowman, a skating snowman, and a tumbling snowman that I don't have. But this is the giving snowman, so he's got all of his presents there. So yeah, and that's obviously the full kit with the beads, which hasn't got an awful lot of beads in this because I am still learning where the beading thing is concerned. And then it's got a charm as well. So I picked that one up to go with that. Do you want to show one of yours?
Look what they've got there. That's a bit wild, but anyways. This is Lizzie K. What's it called? Snow Fun.
And if you show the back, that's what the whole range is, that you can buy them separately.
Which you can never see on our camera. You can never see close-up writing, which I don't know why. But
you can buy all them separately and do them separately, or you can do them as one.
I'm going to do them separately. But I think he's...
Which is why it says, stitch the 6 fat men all together. Because it is... it's called One Snowed In, Snow Friends, Snow Day, what's yours, Snow Fun, and then it's Let It Snow, and then there's one with the house and And it says it's a Lizzie Kate when you get the free border and instructions on the website if you bought all of them.
And I think they all had these on 1 to 3 Stitch. I think.
Yeah, they do.
And then inside.
Because you do like Lizzie Kate stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
You just can't get a lot of them.
Oh God. Just like snowflake charm. It's really awkward to show because it's like
it's got the chart on it as well.
I don't even know if I showed that very well, but there. A little snowman. No, snowflake charm.
Yeah, you really like that one, didn't you? And so I put it in my basket.
He looks really bold, the snowman, because he's got no hat on. He's a boldy.
He's lost his hat coming down the ski slope.
Yeah.
It's blown off. Okay, and then I decided I was going to get this one. So Lauren got given, or we got given, the summer in the village, one of these a while back by one of our viewers, and I really, really liked it. So I wanted to collect the rest of them. So I decided...
She's got a thing for houses.
I do have a thing for houses. So I wanted to collect them all, and I knew that they sold these on 1 2 3 Stitch as well. So I just picked up this time the autumn one. So I've got 2 more to get, the spring and the winter village, but I really like this one. So this one says on it, autumn is a second spring when every leaf's a flower, and it's got the needlework shop, pumpkins, the bakery, the groceries, and the school house as well. So I really like that one. So that's what I picked up. So that's by the Stony Creek collection.
Then the last chart I got was the June 9 patch from Primrose Cottage Stitches. Because I had the Halloween one, I finished that, which I probably have it to show in there.
You like the 9 patches, and you also like watermelons, don't you?
Watermelons are my favourite scent, fruit, anything.
Flavour. I mean, we had this discussion in the last one when I asked you why you liked it so much, and you gave me a whole reel.
Well, I love the scent of it, but I also love the taste of watermelons, which I don't know why, it just tastes like water, to be honest.
Does it?
Kind of, like sweet water, I'd say. And I like cherries as well. So perfect, really. And it just reminds me of summer. I'll probably do my own threads from Stash again.
You might do. It depends if we've got...
666.
It's just because she only does this, guys, because she just can't be bothered to look through my stash.
No.
That's what it boils down to. She cannot be bothered. I've got a stash in there, and I've got CXC threads.
No, because it's a pain.
And she can't be bothered.
Take it out of the box, put it on a chair, then get it off the hoop, flick through, but then it's like, oh great, you haven't even got it. So put it back, put the box back, then you have to go through another box. It's effort. It's a lot of effort.
What a hard lie. And I'm now in the process of putting all my CXC threads. After starting putting them on bobbins, I really don't like working off bobbins. I am definitely a thread drop person.
I'm a bobbin person.
So I've now decided to take them off the bobbins and put them on thread drops into like little bags and pop them into boxes, my CXC threads, so that I have those, so they will be easier to access once I've got through them. But I have actually got 2 lots of full sets of CXC threads. So that's going to be a bit time consuming, but I am determined I'm going to do it. Okay, so the next bit of haul I've got is 2 charts. I was looking at Winnie the Pooh kits on Marketplace, and I found a couple that I really liked at a good price. So I got this one, which is called Day on the River, and again it is a Designer Stitches one by Debbie Minton. Designer Stitches don't do these anymore as far as I'm aware, which is why trying to find these can be difficult. So I want to try and get as many of these as I can while I can, but I'm not paying extortionate prices, what I'm saying. But this was a really nice one, and it's got Rip It on the River.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
No
I really
fudge.
like that one.
Is there fudge?
No.
This is what I mean, like no fudges appear.
Well, do Rippets and
Sad.
fudges normally come together? Not
Rippet
normally.
probably eats fudge in real
Fudge
life.
doesn't actually live on
That's
the
sad.
water, does he?
No.
Okay, and the next one I got is this one, which is an eel watercolour. Which again has everything included in the kit, so no plans to start these anytime soon, but going in my stash. And then the next thing I got, which just came through the door this morning, which again is all in the paper, I'm not taking it out just yet, but I have got number 11 of the Peter Rabbit cross stitch magazine. I am behind on mine as well. Number 12, which has got a little butterfly, which is actually really cute. Yeah, but look at this one. Right, I don't know if you can see this, but I love this already. Number 13 has got
Rippet
Oh.
fishing.
fishing, and I really like that already.
Oh, he's on his lily pad.
So yeah, there's that, and then there's number 14 as well. And again, they've all got the threads in them, so these need to go on thread drops. But I've got a load of these that now I've got to be put in the folder. I am not at the point that I need another folder yet. I think that might come in my next one. But there's been a bit of an issue with the fact that they're sending out folders without telling people they're sending them out, and just adding them to the direct debit payment. And once you've received them, you can't save and send them back, although you can opt out. But I like the folders anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that. But so yeah, some people who don't want the folders are being charged for them anyway. So there we go. So that's all our purchases as well. So next we're going to go on to plans. So plans from last time, I pretty much did all of my plans apart from the fact that we did not start the August calendar. So my plans from last time was to do my Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays stitching, and to finish part 3 of the Arctic Animal Cell, which I did, and work on the Quaker flag and the stitching shelves at the Big Stitch, which I did, and I showed in last the Big Stitch Flosstube. So the only thing that I didn't do was start my August calendar cell. So my plans for this time are to start and finish this, because we're already a fair way into August already, and I need to get this started and we need to get this started and done. So this is the August one, so that is what I've got in my plans. I want to do the next part of the Arctic Animal Cell. Obviously my Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so Tuesday and Friday is my spinny wheel, and then any other days that I have, I've got my other wheel to work on as well, so which I will do that. We then have, so after the last time that we did our Flosstube, which was the Big Stitch one, me and Lauren spoke about doing a tiered tray cell. We have a lorry that's reversing, if you can hear that reversing noise up our cul-de-sac, quite a big lorry, so yeah, sorry. So we spoke about a tiered tray cell, because we bought some of the Erin Elizabeth Designs tiered trays from Rachel at Talking Dog Stitcher, and when we were there buying them, both her and Sophie from Turtle Bay Stitches and Pink Scissors Fabric said that they'd both got one, that and they were ready to start. So we said, you said, didn't you? We need to do a cell. So after mentioning it last time, there's quite a few people that have charts that are interested in doing stitch alongs. So we have decided we are going to do a stitch along. There is already, from what we have briefly seen, a tiered tray cell hashtagged already. So we're not sure whether to keep with that one or whether to start off on our own one.
I want to do my
Lauren wants to do our own one. So we just need to think of a name. So if anybody's got any ideas, we've gone through a couple like gotta love a tiered tray, Sal. We love a tiered tray, Sal. But
tiered tray
galore, Sal, yeah. But if anybody's got any ideas, we are planning on starting it in 2 weeks' time. So the 26th, which is probably when our next Flosstube is going to be.
So people have enough time.
So we've got enough time to decide which one you want to do, get everything ready, going, and potentially start the hashtag off, which hopefully if people will put in the comments what they like, we can pick from there. And then we will let everybody know what we're going to be using for that hashtag on that Tuesday, as well as showing what fabric choices and stuff we've decided. So we've both picked which one of our designs we want to start. So,
well, I've only got one of the.
You have, but the tiered tray style that we're going to do is not only going to be open to the Erin Elizabeth ones. If you've got any tiered trays, like for example, the Wizard of Oz one that I've shown here is technically a tiered tray. So, and there's a few of them going round as well. I think different ones. I think who is the other one? Madame Chantilly, I think, does tiered trays as well. So anybody with any tiered trays is more than welcome to join in on this stitch along. It's not just an Erin Elizabeth Designs one. So you just got the one, you purchased this at the Big Stitch, didn't you? Because you like that one. So you're going to start working on...
And I think I'm just going to do it with all the called for threads and rustico, because that looks like it's that... No, it's light taupe. Is that how you say
light
it?
taupe. You can't...
Lugana.
Yeah, so the called for is a 28 count light taupe Lugana, so it's basically a neutral you're looking for.
But
so
I'm going to get a rustico.
Rustico will be fine.
With all the called for, probably. If we
yeah, we're going to try and go for the called fors on these, aren't we? So again, we've got time to get those sorted out and kitted up. And I decided I've got two options. I had the winter tier and I had the nautical tier. But I have decided to go for the nautical at the moment because I really like this one. So this is the one that I have decided to go for. And this is model stitched on 32 count charcoal Lugana. That's why I got one. So I'm not sure what I'm going to go for really. I might not go for that dark. I might do a tea coffee dye. Obviously there's quite a lot of white in that, so I do need to pick up something that is going to show up, but I'm not really a huge fan of doing like the dark Ada or fabric.
It does look good though.
It does, but I'm not sure.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, and I need to be able to enjoy it, so I'm not sure. We will see. We'll see. I got to do floss toss and some stuff, which is why I'm giving myself the 2 weeks to make sure I get it right, because otherwise I'll be rushing it, and I really don't want to do that. So yeah, that is what we've decided to do. We are going to start it on the 26th. We're not sure of a hashtag yet, but we will definitely have one when we come back to you on the 26th. If you have any ideas for names for the hashtag, let us know in the comments below. Because we tend to go for longer named ones, as Lauren keeps telling me. So
names everywhere, so
yeah,
it's long.
But on the other hand, there's already one out that says tiered tray cell, so we need to find something different. Like I said, it is open to any tiered tray cells, not just the Erin Elizabeth. So yeah, we'll be starting it on the 26th. Get yourself sorted, get yourself ready. Let me know what you're doing, because I'm excited for it now. We know that Rachel's got the bee one, ready and waiting.
Sophie's got the farm one, I think.
So they are ready and waiting for us. So
should I say my plans?
Yes, go on then. Oh, she's got some.
I've got some plans.
Go on then. What's your plans?
I'm gonna start the August one. I don't know if I'll finish it. Maybe. And then I'm gonna pull out some old projects.
Oh.
Yeah, different ones, because...
Do you know which ones?
Well, one of them I'm going to do the Winifred one from Little Loops, I think it's called.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The portrait piece
Because
from...
you said that you can get it on Pattern Keeper, because I've been struggling on paper pattern with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got
So
mine Wednesday on Pattern Keeper now.
Might do pumpkins that I've got. You know the Christmas one from Heart and Hand that I did with all the trees on it?
Oh, yes.
Well, I've got a pumpkin version, so I might do that.
You might pull that out.
Old projects, different.
That are already kitted up in whips.
And new starts, because I've got some there that I'm looking at and I want to do them.
Yeah, and
Which
you will see some new starts from me next time, because I kitted 2 projects up while I was at the caravan, haven't started them yet. And we're both wanting to start our Mill Hill ones, aren't we?
Yeah,
so
that will be a new start.
We will start that, so you'll see new starts. So again, like I said, so much for me, half in my whip count.
So you might have a bit of a different range next time.
Yeah, and you're going to get some different stuff from me, because my well, you might do, depending on what my wheels spin, but I'm actually enjoying that at the moment, because there's a lot of projects that I'm avoiding working because I've got things going on all the time working on, and I've got quite a few projects that need to come back out. So
that's why I'm not making a plan of finishing August, because I'd rather do old projects. But I'll start it, and if I finish it, it's a bonus. If not, I'll get caught up at some point anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
They're my plans.
Cool. So we've both got plans. We normally do a Flosstuber of the Flosstube, but with us being away so much and stuff, and we only got back and are just getting used to, we're so far behind again. Every time we go to the caravan we get behind, so we actually haven't got a new one that we've watched to be able to tell you about. We have been watching Flosstube and some Big Stitch recaps. So Beth from Be More Creative, she's done a recap.
Flossie Sews and Grows.
Flossie Sews and Grows has done a
Stitching
recap.
Smiles.
Yeah, Cross Stitching Smiles has done one. Well, who else that we've actually been watching has done one? Butterfly Stitches, so who is Cotton and Clay.
Has Rachel done one yet?
No.
No.
Sammy from Little Loop Stitching has done a Flosstube with an Old Barn Stitching collaboration Flosstube, which we've not seen yet. But yeah, we've also watched Creatively Yours has done a mid-year whip parade. Yeah, we're quite far behind really, but
we should watch Tan tonight.
Yeah, we've got a Flosstube from Tan who is celebrating her 1 year Flosstube anniversary, so that is our next plan, to watch her and get back up to date before we go away back to the caravan again, probably. So yeah, which
won't be as chaotic, because
no, it's not carnival thingy.
No.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, stitching related before we go to life update, is our giveaway winner. So 3 weeks ago we decided to do a giveaway for you all, which was this chart here, which is called Sunshine House by Little Stitch Girl, which is super cute, and they have the full range of seasons as well.
That makes Rip It upset, because one of the colours is called Frog Legs. Poor Rip It's legs. If it doesn't have long legs, they have teeny tiny ones.
It does.
That's off subject again. Just want to say that.
Random piece of information. And the word that we asked you to put in the comments was sunshine, which we had a load of lovely comments from there. So I have done a random comment picker, and the winner is, so I'm going to put it up here as well, it is Sharon Opeka, I'm not sure if I'm saying your last name wrong, sorry. 2923 is your YouTube
we'll put
handle.
it on the screen,
so yeah, you'll have a thing on the screen. So if you can get back to me with your address details, so you can either contact me on our email account or Gmail account, which is the details below, or my Instagram is below as well. So if you can send me a message with your address details, and I will get this in the post to you as soon as possible. Congratulations, well done. And you never know when we might be doing another giveaway. Who knows with us? We're very random, let's put it that way. Okay, so if that is all our stitching, all stitching related stuff. So if you're not here for any life updates, it's absolutely fine. We appreciate you staying this long and taking the time to be with us and watch us. And we will see you in a couple of weeks' time. Happy stitching. Take care. See you later. If you are here for life update, we have a little bit to show with you. Obviously, since the last time we spoke in our usual one, we went to Big Stitch. Not going to cover that because we've already covered it, like we said before. But we had an amazing time. We've already done it. Which was, oh god, that was a long
2
one,
hours,
wasn't
actually.
it? Yeah,
So
just on Big Stitch. So
that would have been chaotic.
all just to say we had a fab time. So
I did.
Yeah.
I miss it, to be honest, which is weird because it's a big one.
Do you have Big Stitch blues?
I do.
I don't have.
Maybe though.
We didn't have long enough, I don't think, to have Big Stitch. I think Lynn said, did we have post Big Stitch?
Yeah, she
blues
put like a short word for it. I can't remember what she
I think it was post Big Stitch blues or something like that.
Yes, we did, Lynn, actually.
But
I did.
Lauren, but I really didn't have chance to, because we literally left the Big Stitch on the Sunday. On the Monday we were at home, weren't we? Like washing and packing and stuff. And then on the Tuesday, I had to take my dad to the hospital to have to see the consultant or have physio on his shoulder because he had a shoulder surgery. So he's not been driving or anything. We were hoping to go to the caravan on the Monday because we have the carnival in Borth is always the first Friday of August. And our campsite, our caravan site does a float. So we have like a double decker open topped bus that we have come down, and
I'm sure we've got pictures.
We do have pictures which I'll put in, but somehow over the last couple of years I seem to have got myself roped into being a very huge part of that carnival.
And somehow, like last year and this year, we've had a retreat that's the weekend before.
So last year we didn't turn up until the Wednesday, I don't think, and we turned up there and nothing had been done. And bear in mind, they literally don't do anything at our site until the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday before the retreat. They open.
Before the retreat, before the carnival. Now she's got Big Stitch blues.
Before the carnival, which is on the Friday. So we turned up on the Wednesday last year and there was nothing done, and that stresses me out because I am a very
stressy person.
Well, I am quite stressy, but I'm an organised person. If I know that something is being done, I have to have things organised. Like
you have to have a schedule.
Yeah, and I don't like. It really stressed me out. So the plan this year was that we were going to have meetings. We were going to organise stuff. Everything was going to get organised so that if I wasn't able to turn up till later, there was a plan in place. Anybody who came up could actually go, yeah, I'll pick that off the list and get on with that. Yeah, that didn't happen at all. So we weren't there on the Monday, and when we turned up on the Tuesday, nothing had been done again. And there was no plan. There was no plan of stuff to do because I've been really busy with my mum and dad and stuff, and my head just wasn't really in that. And I got to start thinking, why is it always on like us to do everything? Why isn't other people, like it's the same with anything, I suppose. People just want to turn up on the day and not get involved with anything. And I should get used to it because we did the carnival in Shrewsbury for years and nobody bothered with that either. So yeah, your friend was staying with us,
Well, not for the whole week. She had her own caravan for rent.
Yeah, but her mum and dad had to go back, so Dad had an appointment overnight, so I said she's more than happy to stay in our caravan for the night, as long as she realises that we have carnival preparation full on. But the whole week was really nice weather, wasn't it? So nobody turned up to help out because they were all at the beach, I suppose. But that meant that we had to do a lot, didn't we? We had a few people helping out, but that was more towards like the end of the week, so on the Thursday. So I got there on the Tuesday, and literally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was there from 12 o'clock at dinner time right through until 8, 9 o'clock at night sometimes, trying to get stuff done and organise stuff and everything else. So yeah, our theme this year was emergency services. So we had one side which was fire scene related, wasn't it? The other side which was like a police cell. We had like lifeboat, Coast Guard on there.
I was on the police side because I was a police.
You were,
woman.
and I was a surgeon, like from surgical team. So a lot of them were on the bus. I decided to walk with a few of us in front. One of the men that are with us was coming on with his nan. They have a caravan there, and his nan decided she didn't want to be matron. She actually wanted to be the doctor. So the only option he had was to be matron. So he actually got dressed up in his nan's matron outfit with pop socks, we call them over here. So like short, below the knee sort of tights, aren't they? So I've got pictures of all these. I will be putting them up in a bit of a reel here as we go along. But it was a lot of fun on the day. On the Friday, it all turned out well. It did a little bit, but actually we were quite lucky. It could have been a lot worse.
Thankfully, the paint didn't drip because that would have been.
Yeah, and we had donations and stuff from the local fire department in Aberystwyth. So we had.
They drove us down the hill.
They did. We came and had a what do you call it? And they come in front of you. Escort. So we had like an escort down the hill with the lights going, and so that was really cool for the kids. But they also donated, let us borrow like hoses. A fireman that they use for like training and stuff with the hat, which we managed to put onto a ladder on the side of the thing with their hose pipes. They did donate an axe to be used as well, but we decided that probably wasn't the best thing with a load of children.
They were all supervised by their adults.
They were, but still, we decided that was best to be left where it was. But yeah, we did have a fabulous, really did have a good time, don't we? The carnival at Borth is brilliant. It is so well received. All of the, there's a lot of walkers. The houses get involved, don't they? Getting dressed up. There's lots of people on their mics singing and dancing. There's loads of stuff going on for the kids. And Borth Carnival is pretty much, it has like weeks of things leading up to it. So they have like dog agility tests. They have something called a chalk fest, which on the side of the seawall, people go down one weekend and draw chalk paintings and stuff on there. They have like a duck race to finish it off, and they've got like quizzes and darts tournaments. They've just got loads of stuff going on. It's like a big thing. It's not just a one-day event. So for a small place, it's a pretty cool carnival, isn't it? So yeah, we were having all that. So needless to say, we were there for like a week, weren't we? Just over. We went on the Tuesday, came back on the following Tuesday. But that from Tuesday to the Saturday, we were absolutely shattered, weren't we? It was just like we weren't eating properly. So it took us the rest of those few days to recover before we actually came home, didn't it? So yeah, but we had a good time, and you'll see some photos here I'll put up. As we've been talking, I'll put the photos up. So, but you had a really nice time. Your friend had a nice time, didn't she? It's the first time she's been to Borth, isn't it?
We went in the sea with her dog. That was fun.
Yeah, she stayed at a campsite further, like the other end of Borth to what we were. So it was, Lauren had to either be dropped off or her friend had to be dropped off to see her. But you did have a bit of time with each other, and she did come on the carnival float as well, didn't she? Yeah. So she got a chance to come on the bus and stuff as well, so that was nice.
The only kind of like bad bit about the thing that she was there is when we were on the beach, Bulldog bit her dog's leg. Come out.
Well, it was off lead, wasn't it? And came running at him, so...
The dog's fine, though.
Yeah.
He didn't do much harm, it was just a little nip.
Yeah.
But he didn't bleed or anything.
It was stressful, so... Yeah. And if anybody's been here before and knows what happened to me, that sort of stressed me out a little bit. I wasn't there, but Lauren said that they were trying to get the dogs away from each other and things could have escalated very quickly, but it didn't, luckily, and everybody is absolutely fine. Everything is fine.
But the bulldog somehow managed to outrun his owner, which confused me a bit because bulldogs are a bit... If you know, like, English bulldogs, they're a bit chubby and a bit, like, small legs and breathing problems. So.
I suppose it's a bit like anything. If you want something bad enough, you're going to... run for it.
Well, it was a bit like, because Kobe, which is my friend's dog, when he was a puppy...
He's a staffy, isn't he?
Yeah, when he was a puppy, he got attacked by male dogs, so he's very traumatised by male dogs, so... And that bulldog was male, so... Kobe didn't do anything to the dog, but the dog bit him.
It was all fine. It all worked out okay in the end, but it could have been different, so... But yeah, the rest of the time was really nice. You had a nice time, didn't you? So Lauren went, when I was busy doing carnival stuff, Lauren was out having fun some of the time with her friend. The rest of it, they were both helping out, doing some drawings and stuff, didn't you? So
yeah,
it was all good. So my mum and dad managed to get to the caravan as well. My dad got told on the Tuesday that he could drive again. So, of course, without listening to any of us, he decided that he was going to drive a 2-hour trip to the caravan.
He did stop, apparently.
For 5 minutes. They're trying to deny this fact, but I know how long it takes to get from Shrewsbury to Bournemouth. I know when he left because they were picking up my sister, and I know when they arrived because I was there. So they're trying to tell me that they stopped for a break. It couldn't have been more than 5 to 10 minutes maximum, but my sister was supposed to be driving them down. But my dad is very stubborn and wasn't having any of it. Whereas I said if that had been me, I'd have said, right, I'm driving the first hour. We'll stop and see how you feel and you can drive the next. But, you know, parents, eh? And also siblings sometimes. But yeah, on my mum and dad, they are perfect. They're getting there, aren't they? My mum is still waiting for an appointment at the orthopaedic hospital. She's had her scans now on both knees and both hips. So we are waiting to see what the results are back from that, and hopefully she'll get an appointment soon for the orthopaedic hospital and we'll find out what's going on with her. My dad, like I said, he has been, about 6 weeks, 5 weeks since he's had his operation on his shoulder. Physio said he can drive again, he's got more range of movement, and unfortunately to my dad that pretty much means he can do everything, so we've stopped trying to argue now, haven't we? We do say the odd thing, but I suppose
with him.
Yeah, we've given up with that argument now, haven't we? And he also went and had saw another consultant about his other arm that he's got pain in, to be told that he has a trapped nerve in his elbow and carpal tunnel in the wrist of that arm. So it's the opposite arm to the shoulder that he's had done. So he's just a nightmare. He has had carpal tunnel in both wrists done a fair few years ago. It was probably about 20 years ago, we reckon. So yeah, he's got that and a trapped nerve in one elbow. So
wrists aren't
he is a nightmare. Nightmare. But yeah, they're doing all right at the moment, aren't they? So yeah, we've
my hand is completely healed, by the way, and I was looking on the calendar and I was very confused because in the August it said Lauren can horse riding again, and I was like, oh wait, broke the rules a bit.
Officially she was supposed to, but she didn't.
Well, it's fine now, it's healed.
Yeah,
I can do
luckily
anything.
Considering you fell off in between that gap when you were not supposed to be.
I landed on my back, so that was fine.
But yeah, we have been horse riding, haven't we? And we've also come across a shop, a feed, tack and horse riding shop that is about, no more than 10 minutes away from us, which we never knew about. And we went there the other day and, oh dear, bank balance did not. We came out with clothes, we came out with ear bonnets for the horse, we came out with treats for the horses, and all we keep getting told is, you don't own them, they're not yours. And they're like, no, but they...
I want them to.
Yeah, they are like ours.
Yeah.
So...
Wow.
So with stitchy shops and now horse shops, we are in trouble, guys. So
if there was a stitchy shop 10 minutes away from us, and that would also be.
Luckily, Chris is about, from the Nimble Thimble, is about 40 minutes away from us, which is not a huge amount of distance, but it's enough for us to not be there every 5 minutes. So yeah, that is that. Ryan. I haven't done an update on Ryan for ages, who had surgery. So he's my eldest son. For anybody that's new, had a detached retina about 18 months ago. Was it last year? I don't even remember. 18 months ago, I think it was. And so he has had multiple surgeries. He's still undergoing the consultant. And now his job, he changed jobs, which is mainly a driving job. His job wanted to know if he had contacted the DVLA to tell them that he had only vision properly in one eye. Like the others, he can see outlines and stuff, but it's not complete. So, but we were told by the consultant that he didn't need to do that. Everything was fine. Until the job started asking, and then the consultant then advised us that we should do it. So we are now going through the process of DVLA being fine with him to drive. So he now has to have an independent eye test, even though he's always having tests and check-in and everything else. He needs to have an independent eye test. So he is going for that on the 23rd of August, and hopefully everything will be okay, because we can't deal with any more bad news. But the one eye is perfectly fine, so it should be okay. Anything else we can think of?
I am moving from Toby, the pony that I ride.
Yeah.
Sadly.
She's decided.
Yeah. But new pony might be Blackjack. That's what his name is.
You're just going through a bit of a change, aren't you? I think you want to try other ponies, and
I feel like after the fall it's
knocked your confidence a little bit on him, and he is a bit
psychopathic.
He's going through a bit of a stage, I think, at the moment of
shaking off his bridle,
just
bucking,
doing niggly things, I think, which but then last week he was perfectly fine.
I know, it's because I was having a little talk to him in the field. Yes, I talk to the ponies, don't judge.
Oh, so do I.
And I was like, because in the field, which he never does this as well, this is why I think that he's just a bit changed. He ran away from me, which he never does, so that was a bit annoying. And then I was like, because Blackjack was right next to him, because they were both at the bottom, I was like, if you carry on, Toby, I'm just going to get Blackjack in and you'll be left. So then I caught him, and then that whole ride he was good boy, so he was like, no.
He's a bit of a monkey, but he is a lovable monkey.
But after it's not until after the summer holidays, so I still got.
And it's not like if she wants to go back and ride him, she can pick and choose as and whatever, can't you? You can do whatever.
But maybe when he gets out of his psycho stage, I'll go back to him for a bit.
Well, maybe he's just not being challenged enough, so he's just playing up when he does get challenged, because he's used as well for people with disabilities and stuff. So he's a good pony. He is, because the minute you've got
in a walk,
the minute you've got someone on him that, like, there's one man that comes with carers, and he has obviously got quite severe disabilities and things, and he does a lot of screaming. It's not talking, is it? He screams when he's happy, he screams when he's stressed. It's that and
he screams on Toby.
And he screams on Toby, and
Toby
he's perfectly fine. He just plods along perfectly fine. So he's not like he's I think he just doesn't like being challenged, or when he does, he gets a bit excitable, I think.
Yeah, because the other week, he span in circles, bolted and bucked at the same time. I feel like he's just like that with me. He likes to be.
I think it's just excitable. He thinks he's having a woohoo, it's party time. But yeah, so she's going to try someone else and see how she gets on you. And if she doesn't get on, he's still there.
Yeah, I'll still be seeing
You'll
him.
still be bringing him in because he gets ridden
Yeah.
after our lesson anyway, so she'll still have to bring him in and probably
Still be
tack him
seeing
up
him.
and everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. We've waffled about life update for long enough, I think.
We have.
Okay, we are going to let you guys go. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for watching us. And we'll hopefully be back in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, please leave us your comments about
Tiered sal.
the tiered sal and what we should call it. But we will be starting that on the 26th of this month. So make sure you're ready to go. Sharon, if you could get a hold of me via either my email or my Instagram handle about the giveaway, and we will get that out to you as soon as possible. But yeah, that's it. We are going to see you later in a couple of weeks' time. Have fun. Happy stitching. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.